of Salisbury, and I come from a small town called Paca.
Not from the Whitewater area, but I moved here to go to school.
First of all, my name is Dennis Salverson. I'm from Madison originally. I came out of service here to Whitewater to go to school. And I got married while I was in school, and my wife and I never left. A lot of my business depends on reputation, on people knowing me. I mean, my nickname is Salvo, and we call it Salvo's Coyote Grill. People come here, it's a name recognition thing, so I've built that over the years. 11 years ago we started this, and we called it Salvo's Coyote Grill. So it's the name recognition thing, and because of that, where else would I really want to open a business like this? So that's why we're here, and that's why I opened here.
It kind of happened by accident, to be honest. Because I was living here and working here, I just totally fell in love with it. It was really easy to get my foot in the door with the community and to feel like I was a part of the community really quickly, and I just kind of felt like it was home and like I had roots established after a really short time. And then I don't want to say that I got stuck, because that sounds so bad, but it just kind of grew on me. I felt
So I always knew I wanted to do food. I went to culinary school right out of high school, and I had my world planned out. And then I realized in culinary school how hard it was for a restaurant to succeed, and what the likelihood of a successful restaurant was. And so then I took a step back and said, okay, I've got to figure this out a little bit more before I actually get to own a restaurant, to get to do this. And so that's kind of what brought me down to Whitewater. I worked for a little while, saved up some money, came to Whitewater, and thought, I'll get a business degree, I'll get some experience in business, and then I'll get back to that passion, that dream of food.
Whitewater has a really good business climate. I feel like it's really easy. There aren't a lot of barriers to entry as far as starting up and growing a business. As long as you're providing a product that the people in Whitewater are really excited about, word of mouth travels really quickly in this community. And so if you're giving customers what they want, then you're going to be successful in Whitewater. And I really like that. I like that it's a small enough community that you can really affect change as a business owner, but it's still large and vibrant enough to demand the very best out of the businesses that are here. One of the best features of Whitewater is just its natural surroundings, being so close to the Kettle Moraine and all of the beautiful trails and hills and forested areas and lakes in the area, and that's one of the real gems of Whitewater. Another thing about the location of Whitewater that's always been my favorite is that it's equidistant to Milwaukee and to Madison. I've lived in Madison and I love Milwaukee, and I don't think I would be able to choose between the two cities. So it's nice to live less than an hour from both of those, and then less than 2 hours from Chicago. I really like that you can be in a small town and be that close to so much different culture. So that's very unique to Whitewater.
If you would have asked me, even my first year of college, if I would be in Whitewater after college, I would have said no. I knew the campus, but I didn't know there was a community outside that campus. I really didn't know there was more to Whitewater than the college, except for then I started going out to eat, and I went to the Sweet Spot, and I saw what a great place that was, and I went to the Fuzzy Pig, and I met great folks there, and I started becoming more involved in what the community was doing. And so again, I had every intention of graduating and moving on. I just didn't. I realized there was a community here, and now I guess I'm here for the long term, and that doesn't scare me anymore. It did when I was a freshman, but now it doesn't scare me, because I'm realizing how much of a great experience that is. So I love the fact that it's this outdoor community, this small town, but yet because of the university, there's opportunities for things that you would only get in big cities.
Because of the university, there are a lot of advantages here in town. It brings a lot of energy to town. We got young, obviously 12,000 young people up there, and that helps bring a lot of energy to the city. and I like that. I was just at a play at the college last night. We go to a lot of the different functions up there. I'm active in the athletics, always have been. Most of the college, football, basketball, baseball coaches are all friends of mine. So I mean, that's probably why.
I'm excited to be here now. I'm excited to be a part of what I think is Whitewater's change. I think Whitewater, there was a mentality that it won't change and there won't be a nice restaurant and there won't be these things because it's a college town, and I don't think that's true or accurate. I think that younger people are beginning to say, okay, I'm going to graduate college, but because I like this community, because I like the growth that's here and happening, I'm going to stay. And I'm excited to be here now. I'm excited with what Lacey's doing in the Sweet Spot, and now I'm going on to the Country Club, and what Chris is doing over at Whitewater Street, putting on the pub. That's just exciting to see this downtown turn into something. It's not shops that close at 5 p.m., but a vibrant downtown where young people and old and people with that want something different, some culture, are here and wanting to be here.
I see Whitewater continuing to change and grow. It has changed so much in the last 5 years. It's almost unbelievable. Sometimes I have to take a step outside of what I'm doing to remind myself of what it was like 5 years ago. This street in particular, Whitewater Street, has seen a real growth over the last 5 years, and with the addition of the Black Sheep and with the new lakefront pub that's attached to the Whitewater Street restaurant, and just the change in how things are looking and being kept up, I see that continuing. I see a lot of business owners stepping up their game and offering more of what the community is asking for, and a lot of young entrepreneurs coming in with fresh ideas and opening new businesses. And I really can foresee that continuing to grow.
I see the school continuing to grow, maybe not as fast as it has, and I see them becoming even more kind of like a regional, like their accounting thing. They become pretty well known nationwide, and I think that Whitewater will become more and more known for those things.
But I love all of the new ideas that people are bringing to the table too, and I think that in the future we'll have a lot more places to eat and things to do for college students as well as for young families in the Whitewater area.
I think this is the time of change for Whitewater. I think this is the time where Whitewater develops a unique identity in downtown.